Courtship in Islam is a process where a man and woman get to know each other for the purpose of marriage. Islam does not permit any form of relationship between the opposite sexes except that it is for the purpose of marriage, and this too with guidelines. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran in Surah Ma'idah, verse 5, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اليوم أحل لكم الطيبات وطعام الذين أوتوا الكتاب حل لكم وطعامكم حل لهم والمحصنات من المؤمنات والمحصنات من الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم إذا أتيتموهن أجورهن محصنين غير مسافحين ولا متخذي أخدان ومن يكفر بالإيمان فقد حبط عمله وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. Meaning, made lawful to you this day are at-tayyibat, all kinds of halal foods. The food of the people of the scripture is lawful to you, and yours is lawful to them. Lawful to you in marriage are chaste women from the believers, and chaste women from those who were given the scripture before your time, when you have given their due mahar, desiring chastity, not committing illegal sexual intercourse, nor taking them as girlfriends. And whosoever disbelieves in the oneness of Allah and in all the other articles of faith, then fruitless is his work, and in the hereafter he will be among the losers. The guidelines for courting in Islam are based on the principles of modesty, respect, and chastity. Muslims are encouraged to get to know their potential spouse in a chaperone setting and to avoid physical contact before marriage. Despite the clear guidelines for courtship in Islam, many young Muslims struggle to follow them, and one of the biggest challenges is the pressure to conform to Western dating norms. Many young Muslims are influenced by the dating culture in their communities and may feel pressure to participate in behaviors that are not in line with Islamic principles. Additionally, some Muslims may struggle to find suitable partners whose religious values align with theirs, leading them to compromise and fall short of adhering to the guidelines stipulated by the Sharia. Another struggle is the normalization of dating even amongst older generations, which makes it difficult for young Muslims to get the support of their parents or guardians when they seek to adhere to the guidelines of courtship in Islam. It is important for young Muslims to adhere strictly to the guidelines of courtship in Islam because these principles are based on the belief that the purpose of marriage is to build a strong and lasting relationship based on mutual respect and love. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. And one of his signs is that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, so that you may find comfort in them. And he has placed between you compassion and mercy. Surely in this are signs for people who reflect. Our spouses are intended to be a source of comfort, and our relationships one of mutual affection and mercy, and these can only be attained through obedience to Allah. We are a people of Sami'na wa Ata'na. We hear and we obey, with complete faith that what Allah has commanded us and what the Prophet ﷺ has taught us is the truth and yields the best outcome. By following the guidelines for courting, we can ensure that we are marrying someone who shares our values and beliefs, which will lead to a more fulfilling and successful marriage by the permission of Allah. To overcome the struggles we face in adhering to the guidelines of courtship in Islam, we can take several steps. One is to educate ourselves about the principles of Islamic dating and the reasons behind them. This will help us to understand why it is important to follow these guidelines and to feel more confident in our decision to do so. Additionally, we can seek out the guidance of parents, imams, and other trusted members of our family and communities to help us navigate the dating process in a way that is consistent with Islamic principles. Another important step is to actively seek out potential partners within our communities whom are practicing or seeking to do better in their deen. This can be done by joining Islamic social groups and participating in religious events. By taking these steps and being proactive about finding suitable partners, we can increase our chances of finding someone who shares our values and beliefs. Furthermore, we should also consider the role of family in the courtship process. Family members, especially parents, can play a critical role in helping young Muslims find suitable partners. They can provide guidance, introduce us to potential partners, and even help facilitate introductions between families. Finally, we must turn to Allah for guidance and support during the courting process. By seeking refuge in Allah, we can gain the strength and courage needed to adhere to the guidelines of courtship in Islam, even in the face of societal pressure or personal struggles. In conclusion, courtship in Islam is a process that is guided by the principles of modesty, respect, and chastity. Many young Muslims face struggles in following these guidelines, but it is important for them to adhere to them to build strong and lasting relationships based on shared values and beliefs. Ibn Majah quoted, "There is nothing like marriage for two who love one another." May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to follow His commands, and may we or our sisters and daughters find spouses that their Islamic values align with theirs. Ameen.
If you have benefited from this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Dean Sisters, to help us make more videos. You can also get yourself or a loved one a valuable item from our charity shop from bit.ly/dscharity_shop. Jazakumullahu khairan.